Peace and blessings to everybody out there. Welcome back to the Fake Woke Podcast. This is your boy BobbyVILN. I'm back with another video real quick. Um Last night I posted what Kamala said in regards to them fighting anti-Semitism and all this other great stuff that they wanted to talk about. I'm gonna talk about it literally verbatim. So um Kamala Harris, where is it at? Okay, it's on my story. I'm gonna share my screen. Sorry about that. But let me go ahead and share this young screen real quick. All right, y'all can see it. Y'all can see it. All right, I'm gonna click on my story right here. Y'all see what it says. Um, she said, today our administration rolled out the first ever U.S. national strategy to counter anti-Semitism, which includes over 100 new actions to combat rising anti-Semitism. The President of the United States and I are committed to fighting hatred in every form. Now, I posted the stats when it came to hate crimes by demographic, ethnicity, whatever you want to call it, right? I posted the statistical data from the Federal Bureau of Investigation. Let's go ahead and tap on that link real quick. I already got it brought up, right? So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna look at this data real quick. All right. According to this category of hate crimes, right? We have anti-Black or African American. So hate crimes committed towards Blacks or African Americans. 2,200, so 2,229 incidences has been reported when it comes to hate crimes towards Blacks, right? Now we got anti-white, which is right here, right? Anti-white. 948, okay, incidences that have been reported. Okay, I'll go to 100,000. Anti-gay male, in particular males, 537 reported cases. Okay. Hispanic, Latino, 433 cases. Lesbian, gay, bisexual, or transgender mixed group, 410. So just go ahead and add those two. So that'll be about 900, around the same amount as anti-white hate crimes committed, right? So why did I point that out? Why did I decide to point out the fact that Black people have the most hate crimes committed against them? And the reason why I pointed that out is simply because we are the demographic that is pandered to the most when it comes to election time. You see the start of Biden's presidency, he signed the AAPI bill, right? Hate crime bill. So to stop Asian hate, right? You see the legislators that have been passed, the bills, the acts that's been passed in support of the alphabets, right? You see the support for the quote unquote Jutang clan when it came to the Kyrie thing, when it came to the Kanye thing. They was dropping articles left and right, basically labeling a lot of Black people, especially Farrakhan, as anti-Semites, saying that they was pushing anti-Semitic rhetoric. Now, the difference is between the Black community and those communities that I mentioned is the sheer fact, enlarge that for you real quick, is the sheer fact that those communities that I mentioned has an economic foundation. They have an infrastructure. Okay. They have an economic foundation. They have unity amongst each other. They're able to purchase politicians. They're able to donate to these campaigns. They can buy politicians whenever they want. Why? Because they have an economic structure. Okay. You have to understand, politicians are able to be bought. You can buy you a politician. If you don't have any money to put behind your cause, nothing will get done. Hence, the Black community. I've spoken about this before, I'm pretty sure, in one of my videos. You have to purchase you a politician. We have to get one on payroll. But the thing is about us, we have no economic structure. We have no foundation. We have no unity. We do not work well amongst each other. And a lot of people want to take it back to the slavery and whatnot. Oh, we've been conditioned to hate one another, this, that, and the third. Okay, if you already know that, then that's a problem that can be fixed. We already identified the problem. How will we fix the problem? You understand what I'm saying? Our purchasing power is astonishing. The amount of money that the Black community has is astonishing. So we should be able to put our money together to purchase a politician. That's why those groups that I mentioned are able to get ahead, because they're able to donate money to these campaigns. These campaigns prioritize their movements, their needs, and they get it done. While we could sit there and we could look at the data and we could look at the alphabet movement. We could look at their movement. And we see that they have less hate crimes committed towards them than Blacks. But why are they considered a quote unquote endangered group as opposed to Blacks? You got whites out here saying that they're oppressed now. Now, again, this is not the oppression Olympics. What I'm pointing out is the reason why these demographics are able to get shit done is because they purchase politicians. They know where to put their money. We cannot keep our money within our community long enough for us to even build a solid foundation. These groups have purchasing power. And now we got to look out for the Hispanics because they're about to take over when it comes to us being what the third most populated community or whatever I wanted to say. I think they already outnumber us, especially with the migrants that's coming in. Immigrants, whatever y'all want to call them. Y'all want to call them immigrants, y'all want to call them migrants, whatever y'all want to call them. We're about to be last on the totem pole, bro. When it comes to political power, when it comes to economic power, we're about to be outranked by many. So politically, we're really not going to matter by what, like 2030, 2035. Our community is not going to matter. They're not going to need to pander to us no more for a vote. But you see, every 4 years, they come around, start pandering to the black community. They pull out Al Sharpton or federal informant ass. They dust off Jesse Jackson. They go get your favorite influencers, from the Cardi B's to the Megan Thee Stallions to the LeBron James, anybody that can fucking throw a football down the field. Put them in front of the camera and tell you to go vote. Go vote blue, no matter who. And it doesn't matter about conservatives or Republicans, because they don't want the black vote. They're so fucking ignorant. They don't want the black vote. And they can easily blow this election out the water if they just prioritize getting the black vote. And it's very simple. Talking to you conservatives out there, especially the black ones, the shuck and jive Negroes that don't know how to corral the black vote for the right. All y'all got to do is point out the fact that the left, the Dixiecrats, the Democrats, whatever you want to refer to them as, owned slaves once upon a time. And you know the black community is real heavy on the reparations, especially since California denied theirs. Newsom straight out rejected it because it would have bankrupted California. But all you got to do is prioritize reparations. Look, the Democrats sat there. They owned slaves. They profited off of slaves. They created black codes. They were a cornerstone when it came to redlining. Democrats must pay. Democrats must pay for reparations. Make the Democrats pay. That's all you got to. That's all y'all got to do. Dems must pay. That's all you got to do. That's all you got to do. But the Republican Party is such a dumbass party. They're so pussy. They don't understand that they have this election in the bag. They don't understand. All they got to do is run that man Trump again, and they'll have it in the bag. But the establishment Republican is dead set on DeSantis. They're dead set on him. They don't know how to corral the black vote. They don't know how. The left already know what they're going to do. And then they're going to toss us to the side again. They're going to put us out there on the corner. They're going to put your favorite influencers out there on the corner, show that leg, have Al Sharpton stand on his little soapbox and bring in the Negroes for the left. Have them vote for Joe Beasy again, and then we're going to be disappointed again. Look, prime example right here. Look at these Negroes shuck and jive in front of the Florida Capitol right here. Got the choir out there. And they call this a protest. Joyful resistance. The Negroes is at it again. You can't make this shit up, man. You can't make this shit up. How many times are we going to get bamboozled? Are we done? Are we done voting based off of emotion? Are we done voting based off of fear? Are we going to put our money where our mouth is? Are we going to prioritize our economic structure, our political standing in America? Or are we just going to allow ourselves to get wiped out again? This time on a political stand front. We probably got 2 more elections left, this one and the next one, and we're not going to matter. We're going to get wiped out. We're so focused on fucking race, which I'm not saying is not a problem. I'm saying that's the least of our problem. Is what we don't understand. Because we sit here, we talk about the white man this, the white man that, white supremacy this, white supremacy that, but you're steady in support of the system of white supremacy. You're voting. You're upholding white supremacy by voting. You're upholding white supremacy by allowing the government or asking the government to help you solve your problems within your community by using legislation, by creating bills. You're giving the same government you complain about way too much power over your community. Is the problem. That's the problem. You're not asking for tangibles. A lot of y'all talk about, yeah, we want reparations, which again, I'm not a reparationist, but y'all sit there and y'all talk about y'all want reparations. Y'all want them to cut that check. If you was smart enough, you'll ask for tax exemption and point the finger at the Democrats and make them pay it. To those Black conservatives. We are on our last leg. We're on our last leg. And if we don't do something quickly, it's a wrap. Because you see what they do to us every election year. Every election year. Every election year. They prioritize us. They pander to us. They get the Black vote. They toss us to the side for the alphabets, for the Jutang, for everybody else. And we end up last again. Y'all been seeing what's going on the past 3 years. They've been in office. The alphabet, the Jutang, the AAPI, which I ain't got no hate. Y'all go ahead and y'all get your paper. Get your paper. But at the same time, the Black struggle is constantly being used as a Trojan horse to propel everybody else's struggle. Look what's happening with the alphabet. The Mrs. and Mr. Garrisons. Look what they did to BLM. Turned that shit into a rainbow clinic. Constantly comparing their struggles to the Black struggle. And capitalizing off of it. More power to them. More power to them. They took advantage. They took advantage of their situation. And instead of us taking advantage of our situation, we got taken advantage of again and again and again and again. It seems like we do not know how to learn from our mistakes. We don't. We don't learn from our mistakes. And it's sad. It's very sad. I don't know. I don't know what to say. Our best bet is to vote off of tangibles. And if nobody's offering you anything, withhold the vote. Because at this point, we complain about being oppressed, but yet we're still holding up the system of white supremacy. We're still asking them to teach our children critical race theory and all this other shit. How are you going to fight the system but be reliant on the system? Something got to give. We got to change something. Besides that, make sure you like, subscribe, and share my videos, man. Yeah. Thank you again for tapping in. This was the Fake Woke Podcast, man.